you are about to do. The fact that I am here means that there is something good that the Lord wants to do in my life. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus, for what you are about to do, for what you are doing already, for what you have done. We give you glory. Thank you, Jehovah. We give you glory, Lord, for what you have done, for what you are doing, for what you are about to do. Be glorified. Be glorified. Be glorified. Be glorified. Be glorified. Be glorified. Jesus be lifted. Be exalted. We lift you high, Lord. We give you glory for what you are about to do in this place. You alone are worthy. You alone are glorious. We thank you. We thank you. Amen. Amen. Wow, it seems to me that some hearts are prepared to receive from the Lord this evening. Thank you, Jesus. The book of Luke, chapter 22. If you have your Bible, if you don't, it's fine. If you have your phone and your WhatsApp is off, it's also okay. Luke chapter 22. I'm going to read from verse 31 and verse 32. Luke chapter 22. I'm going to read verse 31 and 32. Luke 22, 31 and 32. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has desired to have you, that he may sift you like wheat. But I have prayed for you, that your faith will not fail. Now, my emphasis is what I want to read. When you are converted, go and strengthen your brethren. Now, anybody who understands this scripture now knows that God doesn't need a lot of people to affect a community. He was speaking to how many men here? You all know who Peter became. Tonight is about you being helped, and you will find help. Amen. I didn't hear amen. Amen. Because God knows how important Peter was. And he said, Peter, I'm not speaking to the crowd. I'm not speaking to 5,000 today. I'm not speaking to 4,000 today like I've done before. I'm only speaking to you because I know you have influence. Satan has plans to waste you. But you know what? I have prayed for you. And when you are converted, now what is conversion? That is a turnaround, isn't it? Yes. Tonight, many lives will experience a turnaround. Amen. When your turnaround comes, say to yourself, my turnaround has come. My turnaround has come. You see, when you are converted, what is now your duty? Go and do what? Strengthen your brethren. I see revival in churches from this meeting. Amen. I see revival in community from this meeting. Amen. You see, when you are converted. So that is why tonight, this meeting is about you. God is saying, I have great expectation. God is saying, I know you can affect generation. So tonight, I have come to handle your situation. I have come to wipe away your tears. I have come to give you words that will convert you that will change your mentality, change your perception, turn you around from being bitter to being joyful. Amen. So that when you reach that converted state, which you will reach today, amen, you can now strengthen your brethren. The blind cannot lead the blind. Amen. And I know everybody here, we all have issues. The Bible says in Jeremiah, I am the Lord God of all flesh. Is there anything too difficult for me to do? Is there anything too hard for me to do? God is aware of all our past troubles. Look at the screen. What is the theme of this meeting? Healing season. What is the theme of this meeting? Healing season. Have you heard of a man who had a sickness for 38 years? Have you heard it in the Bible? I'm so sure that your own sickness is not up to 38 years. I'm so sure. I'm so sure. Whatever you are going through is not up to 38 years. That means there's hope for you tonight. Amen. Because God has handled worse cases than your case. Your case is too small. In fact, as I'm talking now, he's at work already. Amen. Peter, he was not talking to a whole crowd. Simon! And I love, he didn't call him Peter, he called him his old name. Simon, unstable, that struggler. He calls you, oh, that woman that you felt you can never find love anymore. Oh, thou that you are full of hatred and hurt. Don't worry, I've prayed for you. We're going to pray this prayer and say, Lord, I bring my case to you tonight. I must not leave this meeting unconverted. Did you get the prayer point? How can you come to meet the Lord and you go back with the same burden? It's not possible. Yeah. You will offload in this place tonight. Amen. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's not up to 38 years. I'm so sure of that. I'm so sure of that. I want us to lift our hands to the Lord and say, God, oh Lord, who converted Simon from an unstable person to a rock. Lord, tonight I come. Attend to my situation. Turn my life around so that you can use me to heal nations. Can we begin to pray for ourselves? Oh Lord, tonight is my night of conversion. Tonight my life must experience a turnaround. Peter that ran away because of a small girl, after conversion, he was willing to die for Jesus. Conversion is a radical change of ideology. It's a radical change of belief. Peter, Simon, when you are converted, strengthen your brethren. Our nation needs strength. Our family needs a Messiah. And such will be born tonight. Lord, we come to you. I come to you, Lord. I come to you, Lord. Father, speak to your servant tonight. The words that I need for my conversion. Lord, I have some things in my head that I know are not correct. Father, let your word be sharper than two-edged sword. And let every thought that is not in line with yours be dealt with tonight. Whatever it is, oh God, tonight is my night of conversion. This evening is my evening of conversion. Prayer point number 2. Lord, as your servant begin to speak, send him to me. Did you hear that prayer? Please don't say send him to us. Remember, Jesus Christ was not talking to crowd. He said, Simon. Simon. One person, he called him twice. You will hear God twice tonight. Amen. Simon, in case you didn't hear the first time. Simon, it is you I am talking about. You are going to say that, Lord, attend to my case tonight. Send your brethren, your family needs healing. Your nation needs healing. And God is going to start with one man or one woman. You're going to pray, Lord, send your word to me tonight. As your servant speak, let him speak about me. God, speak to me tonight. Let me to pray. Send your servant to me. Lift your voice and pray the Lord, Father, tonight. Father, as we discuss on your family, as we talk, whatever it is that you have put into the heart of your servant, Lord, tonight, send him me. Oh God, among all cases, let my own case be mentioned. Among all cases, let my own case be mentioned. Single me out tonight. You singled out Simon in the midst of many. Single me out tonight and heal me. This is my season of healing and conversion. Lord, I give you glory. Lord, I give you praise. In Jesus' name, we have prayed. Amen. Can we be seated? Hallelujah. Is your heart ready? Simon, Simon, Satan has great plans for you. But I have greater plans for you. Can I hear amen to that? Amen. Satan has great plans for you. But I have greater plans for you. He said, when you are converted, go and heal your home. When you are converted, go and heal your community. When you are converted, go and heal your church. Amen. Amen. And based on this scripture, sincerely yours, I was a bit moved by the attendance, but I believe the Holy Spirit gave me this scripture to assure me that all I need are converted agents. That the moment the few here are converted, they will go and strengthen the people that will not come to this meeting. So tonight, I want your heart open. I want your heart ready as we talk about issues that have to do with family. We don't know how the dimension the Lord will take, but we are sure that it will be a healing season indeed in the name of Jesus. I want to especially welcome all our family from Soweto. I want to welcome people from my tech programming. I want to welcome family that came from the Tolbabeli Suicide Group. Thank you for honoring him by coming. I want to thank Shidera. Shidera is an example that a student can get married. Shidera is doing BTech in my research group. She's a married woman. I'm always proud of her. Instead of running around, she's stable. I'm so grateful that you are here. Welcome specially. And I want to welcome the first couple in MIV. And that is our beloved brother Shalom and Constance. Thank you very much for coming. Since you were talking about when we bless the Lord for you. And I also want to welcome all MIV, those from Nigeria and MIV South Africa. You are all welcome. I want to welcome all the young men and women who have been helping in this program. We had a meeting earlier today, and we thank God for all of you who have refused to go home because you have chosen to tabernacle with Jesus today. Hallelujah. I'm going to invite my father in the Lord to come and share that which the Lord has put in his heart for us today. And please, as he speaks, don't forget, when you are converted. He's not even saying if you are converted. He said when you are converted, because I prayed for you, go ahead and strengthen your brethren. So our speaker today is the president of the Men of Issachar Vision Worldwide. He has been in the ministry for many years, and the Lord has used him particularly in the area of marriage, in the area of relationship. There are some few things he has said that has always been in my spirit. One of them is that divorce is not of God, and the reason why there is divorce is because of the hardness of our heart. I've heard many things, and through his ministry, many marriages have been restored. And I will beg him, if the Lord leads him that way, to share one of those examples, because I've heard him speak of marriages of 15 years, 20 years divorce, and people come back together. And for those of us who are not married, the Holy Ghost will point us in the correct direction tonight. Amen. So we are listening to a man that God has used in this dimension for many years, with signs and wonders following. And that is why I know I'm going to be blessed tonight. And I know that I shall be converted. And I will go out there and strengthen my brethren. So with all honor to God, I would like to invite Reverend Samson Ajetomobi to share God's word with us. We will listen to him for the next 45 minutes and we'll have some discussion.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. And throughout this session we can say praise the Lord. All right. If you don't mind, please stand with me. Let's appreciate Professor Arotiba for coordinating this meeting so well. Thank you, and the Lord bless you. As you stand, repeat with me and say, marriage is good.
Marriage is good.
Marriage is God's idea.
Marriage is God's idea.
Marriage is meant to be enjoyed.
Marriage is meant to be enjoyed.
As the Lord liveth,
As the Lord liveth,
I will have the best of my relationship.
I will have the best of my relationship.
I'll be a user of my spouse.
I will be a user of my spouse.
My joy will be full at the end.
My joy will be full at the end.
Can I hear your amen? Amen. You might not know the meaning of that, but a few people understood. Praise God. When you use your spouse until all is hair turn white. Are you hearing me? That is good usage. And then the guy wants to go to toilet and he says, "Darling, hold my hand." And then I say, used product. And that's what God expects. That's what God expects. You will have the best of your relationship. Amen. In Jesus' name. Please be seated. We're looking at healing season. I've looked at a few things that I believe will help us to be the best in our relationship. I appear mindful that not everybody here is married, so I'm looking at healings in relationship and how we can maximize that, and then we'll graduate that into marriage. Is that okay? And then how to have the best in our marriages. Would that be a good thing to do? So we can, so that we can accommodate the singles among us. Is that okay? And they can have something to take home, and then we'll be able to narrow it down into marriage, and that will help us a lot. How many singles do I have in this meeting today? Great people. You will need to do some good writings, because you are not the reason for this meeting. I'm just branching to add some things to you. Praise God.
Amen.
Praise God. All right, so are we ready? Okay, let's begin our thought line. God said, loneliness at a stage of a man's life must expire to make room for relationship. When a young man, a young woman, very young, running their lives, at times they don't even think marriage. When you tell them at times about religion, they say, no, I'm not thinking that well. I'm sold out for Jesus. Have you heard that kind of language before? I am married to Jesus. Brothers, leave me alone. It's okay. At such time, nobody bothers you. But you get to another stage of your life, And everybody's asking you, where's the guy? Where's the lady? Who knows what I'm talking about? And they say that to you for a reason of age, for a reason of social status, for a reason of academic positions. They feel, okay, you've done your 4th degree, so what are you waiting for? What are you talking about? Where's the guy? Where's the guy? I don't know if you have know the story I'm talking about here. You understand what I'm talking about? And then every time you go to greet a family friend, say, so, thank you, you are welcome. So, they say, auntie, so what? Is there a guy? And you know, most young ladies especially don't want to come hanging around people for that kind of question. Yeah. So as much as possible, they greet you in a very snappy manner and go away. Before you start to say, so, what is happening? But you don't have to be afraid of it. It's a season of your life, and if nobody's pursuing you, then we should ask questions. So if it isn't pursuing you, they must pursue you. And may 1,000 men pursue you alone.
Amen.
The more they are, the more you can get the best out of them all. Did you hear me? Because today we have people who are already married, and when they look back, they wish they didn't have not chosen their spouse. I said, but she was the only one available that time. But it was only this guy available that time. So that was why I said, when time is going, everybody's asking me a question. Okay, yes, let's go.
Let's go.
That's why I don't say yes to a guy because it's just the available option. Because there's always best of men. If you're a little bit patient, some other choice men will show up. So that's why I said, for all single ladies, may 1,000 men pursue you. Amen. May you choose the best of those 1,000 men. Amen. That gives you satisfaction and gives you joy. That when you are married, you look back, you say there's no regret. Does that make sense to you?
Amen.
So don't start counting and say, oh, it is up to 1,000, I will not choose. That's not what I have said. Am I well understood? But I'm saying the more you have the guys around you, the better it is for you to prayerfully make a choice of who you can put the whole of your life into his hands. I'd like to say something different from what our culture accepts. We live in a very sexy community. Is that right? Is that right? For both married and single. Is that true?
Amen.
And when I was growing up, sex was sacred for only the married. But today, so many young people, young men especially, don't want to get married. Why? Because what they're looking for in marriage, they're already getting it without getting married. So there's no commitment. So why go marry a lady, pay, rent another new house, start getting furniture, start getting this, when I can get the sex right there for 20 rands? Who knows what I'm talking about? When I can get the same sex just for buying you a telephone credit. That's not expensive. So you now find a lot of young, mature young men, not married, and they are looking good, and they are increasing in their size because sex has a way of pumping you to look big. Because they are actively having sex, so they are growing like though married, but not married, but they are getting what a married person is getting because the married man paid the dowry. But you don't want to pay the dowry, and you are trying to enjoy what a married person enjoys. So you find a single guy, 30 years, he said, any commitment to any lady, he said, no, I'm fine. I have all that I want. You know the meaning of I have all that I want? Anything a married person is having, I'm having it without paying more. Do you get it? That is the lie of this age. Amen?
Amen.
So it's important for you to know, and I give you 5 reasons why you should not have sex before marriage. And that's going to challenge a lot of your thoughts. And if you've been having sex, I'll tell you what to do to save your future, since you are not yet married. Are you ready for that? Amen. Number 1. To avoid being a single mother with pain, walk away from premarital sex. Some are single mothers today, not because they planned it, but one stupid guy took advantage of them and they got pregnant, and that guy walked away, and that lady has to carry the pain, the pregnancy, and the baby he didn't prepare for. How many of you know what I'm talking about? So that's a big issue. And that's the reason, one of the main reasons I counsel you against having sex before marriage. Can you imagine a lady gets pregnant by a guy, and the guy is a taxi driver, and the lady is a student in UJ? Don't God, they live in the same community, they got fond of each other, and carelessly they start having sex, and this lady is pregnant, and the doctor says, don't abort it. Your system is not strong enough to abort. If you do, the chance of having another child will be difficult, and then that pressure remains. And you have to now carry a pregnancy, and there are your colleagues says, who is this guy that pregnant you? Is it the prophet in our department? They said, no. Who is he? He said, don't bother. You don't want to know. He said, no, I just wonder why the guy walked away. You know, the most painful thing for me at times is not that a guy pregnates you. It's that the guy has the audacity to go talk to another lady and start going out with that lady and show that lady to you, and you are carrying this pregnancy, and it's getting very irritating. At times I feel like beating such guys. There's a lot of pain. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. And then when you now start, you are a baby yourself, now you are carrying a baby, and you now have to nurse a baby. And then you see the challenge and the pressure. So that's my first counsel. Reasons you should not have sex before marriage. We can be smart and tell me that we're protecting ourselves. It cannot lead to pregnancy. Beautiful. That is really being smart. But there's another aspect of reason you shouldn't have sex that has nothing to do with pregnancy. Because